So you're thinking about moving to the Spencer, Oklahoma area. Well, in this video, we're actually going to jump into the computer. We'll take a look at Spencer on the map. I'll show you the distance to downtown Oklahoma City, the route and distance to the airport, as well as some of the neighborhoods and some of the different things that are available in and around the suburb of Spencer, Oklahoma. And be sure to stick around until the end of the video. I'll actually show you some of the homes that are for sale, and we're going to get after it right now. If this is your first time to the channel and you want to know everything about living in Oklahoma City and the surrounding areas like Spencer, Oklahoma, then subscribe below and be sure to tap the bell so that you can be the first to know about the current market in the Oklahoma City area. My name is Ben, and I get calls and emails every day from people just like you looking for help to make their move to the Oklahoma City area, and I love it. Whether you're looking to move in 9 days or 90 days, give me a call, shoot me a text, send me an email. Happy to help you make that smooth transition to the Oklahoma City area. So like I mentioned today, we're taking a look at the town of Spencer, which is a suburb on the northeast side of Oklahoma City. And as we jump into the computer here and take a look at it on a map, you can see that Spencer, the footprint of this suburb is not huge. It's a relatively small area, and it's definitely got that kind of small town, slower pace of life, a little bit of a rural vibe and feel to it. And as we look at it here on the computer, the distance from Oklahoma City, I'll zoom out a little bit, and you can see that here is the town of Spencer right here, the suburb just outside of Oklahoma City. And the quickest route to downtown Oklahoma City from here is going to be right down this road here, which is labeled as Highway 62 on the map. Locals will call this 23rd Street. That's how we all know this street. And so if you say Highway 62 to a local, you might get kind of a blank stare back. But taking Highway 62 or 23rd Street right here into downtown Oklahoma City, here's the Capitol building right here. And so this distance here is about 20 or so minutes, depending on the time of day and depending on what traffic looks like. As you are traveling east into town in the morning, you're probably not going to see a ton of traffic. Again, with Spencer being a smaller town of only about 4,000 folks or so, according to the latest census data, you don't have a ton of cars that are traveling westbound into the city in the morning. Now, once you cross I-35 right here and start to get kind of more into Oklahoma City Center, you are going to see the traffic on Northwest 23rd Street pick up a little bit. And so depending on which part of the city you're commuting to, obviously that can have an effect on your drive. If you're taking 23rd Street over here to I-35 and then going north to work in Edmond, then you're going to run into a little bit of traffic along I-35 here in the mornings. There's definitely going to be some rush hour traffic. And so really just depending on where you're trying to get to in the city and what time of day, that's going to have an effect on your travel time. But as far as getting from Spencer to downtown Oklahoma City, this is probably going to be your quickest route. And you're looking at anywhere from 20 to 25 minutes, just depending on what the traffic is like at the time of day that you are traveling. Now, at the end of the day, as you are leaving the city and heading back to Spencer, you might find a bit more traffic until you get out here again, kind of east of this area here on the east side of I-35. You've got a lot of folks that are making their commute on these interstates at the end of the day. And so you might hit a little bit more traffic there as you get toward the end of the day. And then zooming out a little more, we'll take a look at distance to the airport here, and let's just type this in. Actually, we'll get the directions from Spencer to the airport. So you can see here it's 28 minutes at this moment in time right now. Now I'm recording this on a Saturday afternoon, so there's not going to be a lot of traffic out there at this time of day, especially during college football season like it is right now. But again, depending on the time of day and day of the week that you are making this trek, it could take a few more minutes to get there. So roughly 30 minutes or so would be about a typical drive from Spencer to the airport, which is over here on the kind of southwest side of Oklahoma City. All right, so jumping back here to the town of Spencer, I mentioned earlier that it's a fairly small footprint, as you can see, a population of just under 4,000 according to the most recent census data. And so as we look here on the map, you can see that there's not a whole lot in the town of Spencer itself. You've got this Walmart Supercenter here, an O'Reilly's. There's a few fast food restaurants along 23rd Street here, but there's not a whole lot actually within the city limits of Spencer itself. And so you're going to find a lot more stuff just outside of that boundary. So right down in here, there's going to be some various fast food restaurants and things like that. One of the great things about a town like Spencer being out here kind of east of I-35, which this I-35 corridor, this can get really backed up with traffic, again, depending on the time of day and where you're headed to. But this area will get really busy, but by staying out east of it, you can kind of get to where you're going without running into a whole lot of traffic typically. And so if you are a lake person who's into lakes, Arcadia Lake right up here is an incredible lake. It's very beautiful, and it's a straight shot just right up here, and then you'll come over and up like that. This is about a 20-minute or so drive to Arcadia Lake, if that's an area that you're interested in checking out. And then also to the south, there are other lakes. We've got Lake Stanley Draper right here. And so once again, you've just got a straight shot right down this road here. You're avoiding all of that I-35 and I-40 traffic. And then a little bit further south from there, you've got Lake Thunderbird. So Lake Stanley Draper is going to be probably, again, about a 20 to 25 minute drive. And then Lake Thunderbird would be another 15 to 20 minutes beyond that. So if you're a person who's into lakes and hiking and kind of the outdoorsy stuff, one of the advantages to being on the east side of all of these interstates is that you can avoid a lot of that traffic. So you can quickly get to where you need to go without really having to worry about getting stuck in traffic for a long time. And then kind of looking at some of the other things that are available near the suburb of Spencer, the Oklahoma City Zoo is right here. This is one of the most highly rated zoos in the country. It's great. And again, just a quick shot out 23rd Street, and then you come up I-35 right here, and you're right there at the zoo. That's probably a 10 to 15 minute drive, again, just depending on the day and the time of day that you're traveling. The Oklahoma Railway Museum is here. This is also a great museum for kids of all ages. And so that's definitely something worth checking out. If you're into playing golf, this golf course right here is a great golf course. So you've got lots of things that are in proximity to Spencer, but you're still getting the advantage of the much lower home prices that you'll find in the town of Spencer versus what home prices would be even right over here. It's a significant difference. So kind of zooming in a little closer on Spencer here, you can see some of the things that are available right in the area. You've got all your basics covered. I mentioned the Walmart Supercenter earlier, Domino's Pizza, Brahms. If you're making the move from out of state and you're not familiar with Brahms, you are in for a treat. Brahms is an Oklahoma staple. They've got some of the best ice cream in the state, in my opinion, and they've got some great food as well. So definitely check out Brahms if you're visiting or considering a move here from out of town. It's a great spot. Sonic is another Oklahoma original. That one is a little bit more widespread throughout the country, but great fast food spot there. You've got an AutoZone, On Cue. So again, kind of all of your basics, they're covered right here in the area of Spencer. Here's a bar right here, the Circle R Saloon, a barbecue restaurant. We love our barbecue in Oklahoma, and we do it right, in my opinion, for the most part. So again, kind of all your basics are right here in Spencer. But if you want to have that kind of fancier night out at one of the restaurants in downtown Oklahoma City, you've got that proximity, just a quick 20-25 minute drive to Oklahoma City, depending on which part of the city you are headed to. One other honorable mention here, Del Rancho, just outside of Spencer technically. So this is technically not in the town of Spencer, but Del Rancho is a great, again, kind of Oklahoma original. Definitely something worth checking out if you are in or around the Spencer area or visiting from out of town. And then just pointing out some of the additional grocery store options that are available near Spencer. Again, here's the town of Spencer right here. And coming down Douglas Boulevard right here, you've got a Crest Foods, which is a major grocery store chain in the area, Winco, a Walmart neighborhood market. So you're going to find a lot more of your kind of amenities that you're used to seeing in a little bit larger city or suburb right in this area just outside of Spencer. So again, we're technically outside of the boundaries or the city limits of Spencer, but this area that I've circled right here is really just 5 minutes or so from Spencer. So a quick drive to get to wherever you need to go, whatever you need, it's going to be right there. One of the things that you'll find in this part of the Oklahoma City suburbs, like Spencer, like Midwest City, is that there are a lot of folks who work at Tinker Air Force Base, which is right down here. And if you are someone who is commuting for work on the military base, maybe you're coming from out of town, being transferred to this area, Spencer, Midwest City, all of these, even Choctaw, Takoma Park, these are great areas to consider living because you've got this proximity to Tinker Air Force Base. So again, just a straight shot down this street right here. Let's see if we can zoom in and see which street that is. Yeah, Midwest Boulevard. So just a quick straight shot from Spencer right down Midwest Boulevard, and you're right there at Tinker Air Force Base. This road will get a little bit of traffic from commuters in the morning and again in the evening. But again, you're avoiding all of that kind of heavier traffic that you'll find on the interstates around the Oklahoma City metro area. All right, so taking a look at some of the homes that are currently available in the Spencer area, one of the things that you'll notice with considering relocating to an area like Spencer is that your purchasing power or your dollar goes a lot further in real estate in a suburb like Spencer than it would in Oklahoma City Center. So let's just jump in and look at a few of these here. So this home is listed at $139,900, 3-bed, 2-bath, a little over 1,400 square feet. And opening up these photos here, you can see that they've done a nice job with the finishes. I actually have looked at this home recently. They recently repainted the inside, so a lot of these walls were like a bright red. So this is a much more calming, kind of better looking neutral color in my opinion. But $97 a square foot, I mean, that is that's tough to beat right there. Especially if you're coming from somewhere like California, New York, Washington State, you're going to find that the home prices or the price per square foot in an area like Spencer is going to be much lower. Again, your dollar is going to go a whole lot further in this area. Here's another one that's new to market. It's been on the site for 2 days, 3-bed, 3-bath, 1,352 square feet. And this is listed at $125,500. Let's take a look at these photos here. So this one's definitely an investment property. And that is one of the things that you're going to find in an area like Spencer, Oklahoma. Although the prices are quite low compared to other parts of the Oklahoma City metro and certainly other parts of the country, you're going to find a lot of homes that are going to need a decent amount of work. So this home was built in 1963 and it's listed at $92 a square foot. Obviously, it needs a little bit of updating. But again, you're getting in at such a low price that you've got some wiggle room, some margin to make those upgrades and really get that sweat equity out of your investment. Now here's a property that's a bit more of a turnkey property. This one's listed at $267,500, 3-bed, 3-bath, just under 2,300 square feet. It's listed at $116 a square foot. And this one, you might notice, is or was built in 2002. Unlike many of the homes in Spencer, which are going to be 1950s and 60s, this one is a little bit newer. And so let's take a look at the photos here. Just waiting on my computer to load. There we go. These nice original hardwood floors. These look great. So this is just kind of giving you an idea of how far your dollar goes in an area like Spencer. Got an unfinished, looks like basement or garage here. I always look at things like this, like extra square footage, right? The whole house hacking model. All right, let's take a look at one or two more properties here. Here's a 3-bed, 1-bath, 970 square feet. Look at this price, $75,000. And this is going to be likely an investment property again. We've only got 2 photos here of the exterior, but again, for $75,000, you're getting into a home where you can put your own sweat equity into it and then realize that profit when you do resell it. Here we have a brand new construction home. This one's listed at $199,900, 3-bed, 2-bath, just short of 1,100 square feet, built in 2023, so brand new, $181 per square foot. Let's take a look at the photos here. Yeah, so brand new. They haven't even finished, or at least at the time of these photos, they hadn't finished the construction on it. We'll take a look at one more here. Okay, here's one other new construction home, also listed at $199,900, so under $200,000. 3-bed, 2-bath, just shy of 1,100 square feet. Very similar to the one we just looked at a moment ago. And I'll pull up some of these photos here to kind of scroll through so you can get an idea of what $200,000 gets you in an area like Spencer, Oklahoma. Brand new construction, dual vanities there. So if you're considering an area like Spencer, Oklahoma, again, you've got that proximity to Oklahoma City and all of the convenience and amenities that are in Oklahoma City, but your dollar is going to go further in an area like Spencer, and it's got kind of that quiet, rural, small town feel. All right, well, there you have it. That's the map tour for Spencer, Oklahoma. If you're considering a move to the Oklahoma City area or surrounding suburbs like Spencer, I would love to help make that a smooth transition for you. Give me a call, shoot me a text, send me an email. Whether you're planning a move in 9 days or 90 days, I would love to help. And remember, with living in Oklahoma City, your dream home is just around the corner. I'll see you in the next video.